Dear ninth standard students, good morning. Let us begin the new lesson today. That lesson is here. Three questions. Three questions which is by Count Leo Tolstoy. Count Leo Tolstoy has written this poem, lesson, three questions. Okay, let us discuss the lesson, three questions from this today, which is by Count Leo Tolstoy. Let us discuss first and foremost about the writer of this lesson, who was Count Leo Tolstoy. His lifespan was, or his living age was 1828 to 1910. Between these years, he was born in Russia. Russia was his native place, and his life span was 1828 to 1910. So let us discuss the writer of this lesson, who is Count Leo Tolstoy. He is the Russian novelist and moral philosopher, ranks as one of the world's greatest writers. Basically, he was a novelist and writer of Russia, and he was considered as the greatest writer of the world. So, he ranks as one of the world's greatest writers. He written his famous book. That book is War and Peace. War and Peace has been hailed, that means described or considered as the greatest novel ever written. So, his Peace and War novel has been considered as the greatest novel ever written. His ability to weave stories, that means he had his skill to how to writing the stories that very interested to the readers. So that is his ability to weave stories, his wonderful characters, and his narrative capabilities, how to narrate the story. So by these three characters appreciated in every part of the world, even to this day. So his three characters are three writing skills of his writings, that they are weaving stories, his wonderful characters, and his narrative capabilities are appreciated in every part of the world, even today, to this day. So this is the explanation about the writer of this lesson, who was Count Leo Tolstoy. He was born in the year of 1928 and he was died in the year of 1910. Totally he was lived on this earth for 82 years. So, he was one of the greatest novelists among the world writers, considered as like so, and he was a famous Russian writer and novelist. So, it was the explanation about the writer of this lesson. Now let us begin this lesson. That lesson is here. I would like to begin the lesson. That lesson is here. 3 questions, which is by Count Leo Tolstoy. First, I would like to read this lesson. All of you listen my reading with much more attention. A king has 3 questions and he is seeking answers to them. What are the questions? Does the king get what he wants? Read to find out. The thought came to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. Those 3 things were: what is the right time to begin something? Second thing, what should a king listen to? Third thing is here, what is the most important thing for a king to do? So, he just wanted to know the answer for these 3 questions, because if he knew the answer for these 3 questions, he would never fail in his administration or in his ruling. So here the king wanted to know the answer for his 3 questions, because he would not fail in his life. He would not want to fail in his life. So the king therefore sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum to anyone who would answer these 3 questions. Many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. In reply to the first question, some said the king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. The king should do whatever seemed necessary at that time. Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future. And only magicians could do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to magicians. In their answers to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. Others said priests. A few others chose doctors. And yet others said that his soldiers were the most necessary. To the third question, some said attack, others chose fight, and yet others religious worship. As the answers to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied. He decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. The king put on ordinary clothes and went to meet the hermit. Before he reached the hermit's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went alone. As the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging. The king went up to the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer 3 questions, and he repeated the questions. The hermit listened to the king but did not speak. You are tired, said the king. let me take the spade and work in your place. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king his spade. When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answers once again. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I come to you, wise man, to get answer to my questions. If you can give no answer, tell me so, and I will return home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. The king turned around and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, tired by his work and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he woke up, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man laying on the bed was. Forgive me, said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw that the king was awake. I do not know you, and I have nothing to forgive for you, said the king. You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I had made up my mind to kill you on your way home, but the day passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding place and I came upon your bodyguard who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as a friend. He not only forgave him but also promised to give back the man his property. Leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked around for the hermit. The king went up to the hermit and said, For the last time, I beg you to answer my questions, wise man. You have already been answered, said the hermit. How have I been answered? What do you mean? Do you not see? Replied the hermit. If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. Then that man would have attacked you. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds. And I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Later, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him, because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember then, there is only one thing that is important, and that time is now. This is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. The most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment. The most important business is to do that person good because we are sent into this world for that purpose alone. So, it is the model reading of this lesson, 3 questions. Okay, shall we begin this lesson now? Shall we begin the explanation of this lesson now? Okay. Once upon a time, there was a king. There was a king as other kings who ruled in their dynasties or kingdoms. Once upon a time, there was a king. A king had 3 questions. The king had 3 questions in his mind, and he is seeking answers to them. The king had 3 questions in his mind, and he just is seeking answers to them. What were the questions? Does the king get what he wants? Read to find out. What the 3 questions the king had in his mind, and was he succeed to know the answer for his 3 questions or not? Let us discuss them later. The thought came to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. I have already told you, there was a time, or once upon a time, there was a king. The king thought, the thought came to a certain king that he would never fail in his life. Fail means failureness. If he never failed in his life, he knew 3 questions. If he knew 3 questions. So, the king would not fail in his life if he knew 3 questions or the answers to his 3 questions. So, here the king had 3 questions. If he knew the answer for his 3 questions, he never failed in his life. So, the king was not wanted to fail in his life, so that he just wanted to look after the answer for his 3 questions. Those 3 questions the king who had in his mind were, one is, what is the right time to begin something? It is the first question the king had in his mind, and second question was, who should a king listen to? Who should a king listen to? And the third question, what is the most important thing Most important thing for a king to do. So, the certain king had three questions. He had these three questions in his mind because he would not want to be fail in his life if he knew the answer for these three questions. First question is here: what is the right time to begin something? And second thing is, who should a king listen to? And third question, what is the most important for a king to do? So, here the king just wanted to knew the answer for these three questions. First one, what is the right time to begin something? If the king wanted to begin some work, what is the right time to begin that work? He just wanted to know the answer for this question. Second one, who should a king listen to? Whose the words the king was listened to? So it is his second question. Third question, what is the most important for a king to do? So what is the most important thing to do the king if he would become a greatest king? So just he wanted to know the answers for these three questions. So here there would be a 2 mark question will be possible. That question is, what are the three questions the king had in his mind? Or what are the three questions the certain king had? So they may ask a question regarding to this concept like so. So first question, what is the right time to begin something? Second one, who should a king listen to? Third one, what is the most important for a king to do? So, by these three questions, the king just wanted to know the answer for these questions. Therefore, the king sent messengers. Messengers means here a persons carrying a message. A persons or the persons carrying a message, those are called as messengers. So he sent messengers throughout his kingdom. He just sent his messengers throughout his kingdom and promising a large sum to anyone who would answer these three questions. He sent his messengers throughout his kingdom and he promising a large sum. Sum means here reward. So, he promising a large sum or large amount to anyone who would answer these three questions. So, he just wanted to look after the answers for his three questions. He sent the messengers throughout his kingdom and he ordered them or he announced that a large reward or a large sum of amount to anyone who should answer these three questions. For that, many wise men, wise means here clever or intelligent. When the people of his dynasty or when the people of his kingdom who heard the news of the message of the king, they came forward to answer to his three questions. Who came forward to answer to his three questions here? Many wise men of his dynasty or his kingdom. So, many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. Because everyone has its individual differences. So, whenever they came forward to answer to three questions of the king, they all answered to his questions differently because of their or because of anybody's individual differences. They all gave their different kind of answers to his three questions. In reply to the first question, for that to the answer for his first question, what is that question? What is the right time to begin something? Some said the king must prepare a timetable. Some wise men suggested to the king or to the messengers that the king should prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. If he followed his or if he prepared his timetable and when he followed that strictly, it was the right time to begin something. So they replied to him or they answered to his first question. The king must prepare a timetable and then follow that strictly. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. So, some others replied that it is very difficult or it was very impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. So they replied like this. The king should do whatever seemed necessary at that time. So if the king wanted what he wanted to do, he must do or he must begin that work. So some replied that so. Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. So, if the king would like to do what is the right time to begin something, the king needed a council of wise men. Here, council means group of people chosen to advise. So, some others advised like this or some others answered for his first questions like this. The king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. So, the king needed the council of wise men who guided him what is the right time to begin the work. So, the wise men of his dynasty, they answered differently for king's first question. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. So some others replied that if what will be the urgent work, the king should begin that work immediately. So they advised like this. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. So those things would not wait for the decision of the council of wise men. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future. So, some others said that In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future. And only magicians means the sages or the persons who are well known about the future. So, and only magicians could do that. Some suggested him like so. The king therefore would have to go to magicians. So, the king now decided to go to magicians for know the answer for his 3 questions. In their answers to the second question of the king, what was that question? Who should a king listen to? In their answers to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. So, some others suggested him or answered to him the people of his dynasty or the people of his kingdom were his counselors. They must be his counselors. Others said priests. Priests means pujarigal, the person who perform the prayer in the temples for the wellness of the pilgrims or the ಭಕ್ತರು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥವರಿಗೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಪುನಸ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರೀಸ್ಟ್. So some other wise men said that the priests should be the king listen to their voices. A few others chose doctors. Some other chose doctors were the important persons to the king. So some people or some wise men chosen the people of his dynasty were the counselors of his palace. And second thing, the other wise men chosen the priests as the important persons to the king. And the third kind of wise men prefer or chose doctors as his important persons or the persons the king listen to their voices. To the third question, what was the third question? What is the most important for a king to do? What is the right important task to the king to do? So for his third questions, to the third question, some said attack is the most important for a king to do. Attackness for another dynasty or other dynasties or kingdoms. That was the most important thing for a king to do. So some suggested the king like so. The king was not satisfied. Some said attack, others chose fight, and yet others religious worship. So for these different kind of answers for his dynasty's wise men, as the answers to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied. So by their different kinds of answers to his 3 questions, the king was not satisfied. So he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit. Hermit means here sage. Sage means here the person who live simply in the forest, or the person who have not any desires for his life, so that is called as sage. So now when the wise men were gave their different answers to his three questions, the king decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. Wisdom means here intelligence or cleverness or wiseness. So there was a hermit was there in the forest who was very popular by his wisdom. So the king here now wanted to see the advice from that sage or hermit for his three questions. So he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. So to look after for his three questions answers, just the king went towards the king decided to go to the hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. Okay, then the king when he decided to went towards the hermit, he put on ordinary clothes and went to meet the hermit. Just when he decided to go to the hermit, just he put the ordinary clothes on his body and went to meet the hermit. Before he reached the hermit's hut means here the simply house which is built by the grass and other woods. So before he reached the hermit's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went alone towards that hermit's hut. As the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. So when he reached or when he came near to the hermit's hut, during that time the hermit was just digging the beds or digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging. So just he wanted to ask some question to the king officially, and then the hermit just continued his digging. The king went up to the hermit and said, then he went up towards the hermit and said, he said the thing to the hermit that he had came to him because to ask him to answer three questions. He said his intention, why he had been there. So he have come to him, wise hermit, to ask him to answer three questions, and he repeated the questions. So what was the intention? He came in front of the hermit. So he said the thing in front of him, and just he wanted the answers for his three questions and repeated his questions. When he said his three questions to the hermit, then the hermit listened to the king but did not speak. When he listened his three questions, but the hermit was not replied to his questions. You are tired. You are tired. The king said to the hermit, you are so tiredful. You are so tired, said the king. Let me take the spade. Spade means here tool for digging. Tool for digging. Now, salike gudli anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ. It is a kind of equipment or tool for digging, or which is used for digging. So, the king requested to the hermit like this, you are so tired, you are looking so tired. He said to the hermit, let him take the spade and work in your place. Okay, you give me your spade and I will do the work instead of you because you are looking so tired. Okay, please give me your spade and I will dig the ground instead of you. So the king requested to the hermit that he just wanted to digging the ground instead of hermit because he felt that hermit was looking so tired. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king his spade. When he requested the hermit to give him the spade, then the hermit gave his spade to the king and said thanks. When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions, but the hermit gave no answer. When he dug 2 beds, he stopped his work and then he repeated his 3 questions in front of the hermit. But the hermit, when he heard those words of the king, he did not reply to him. So, here the king just wanted to know the answer for his 3 questions. When he sent the messengers throughout his kingdom, when they came towards the king, they gave different kind of answers to his 3 questions. Then he thought for a while and he finally decided to go to a hermit who was very popularly known for his wisdom or intelligence. So after that he went towards the hermit and said his 3 questions. But the hermit who did not want to give his answers to the king, but just practically the hermit showed the king practically by doing work by himself. So just the sage did not want to say the answers while he knew the answer for his 3 questions, for the king's 3 questions, but he did not say the answers to the king. So, I would like to stop this explanation for this day to this 3rd paragraph, and next day I will continue from the 4th paragraphs. Okay, is there any query regarding to this explanation of this day? No. Okay. Okay. Please take the homework questions. Look at your books, page number 33, and look at the first question, which is prescribed in the share your responses. What thought came to the king? First question. You should write your answer for this question. And second one question. Was the king satisfied with the answers? If yes, why? If no, why? So, for these 2 questions, you should write your answers when you came to this school next day. Okay, and take these two questions as your homework questions. Okay, if you have any query regarding to this today's explanation, please ask me. Otherwise, I will finish my today's lesson. No query, no doubts. Okay, let us stop this today's lesson. Okay, thank you.